Hello, my name is Luke the Kook, and this is WASD FM. I'm going to be a little more Luke and a little less Kook in this video where I discuss Dragon Ball Z, which was high school Luke's favorite anime. In fact, it was the only anime I liked in high school, despite often finding myself cringing at many filler moments. I wasn't used to any form of media with such high energy where a character can go from cool, calm, and collected to an 11 on the exaggerated emotion scale.
Do I know you?
Anime was something I often mocked in my youth until one late summer night I stumbled upon Adult Swim where Goku and Piccolo fired energy beams at Garlic Jr., and there was just something that felt so familiar about it to me as it reminded me of Street Fighter at the time. Was Dragon Ball Z perhaps more than just screaming bald people and ragdolling spiky-haired dudes through mountains? Yes. It was about yelling power levels out loud, staring at your enemy on an exploding planet, and transforming multiple times. It was also about life and struggles. Countless struggles in various forms. What if Frieza was more than just a transgender alien? I may also invite you to a little drinking game. The challenge is to take a shot for each time I say the word metaphorical, except this one time. Do not take a shot for every time I say the word rival, or you may find yourself with alcohol poisoning. The show opens with a reunion of friends that we had met if we watched Dragon Ball, and the reunion would have been confusing if the first thing of Dragon Ball you saw was one of the non-canon movies before a single canon episode. It makes more sense if you saw Dragon Ball prior, where we were already introduced to these characters, but one, Gohan. The main protagonist, Goku, reunites with his old friends while an older rival of Goku's introduces himself with a funny face and tries to blow up a guy who is composed of 90% hair. The green guy is Piccolo and the hair man is Raditz. As it eventually turns out, Raditz is Goku's brother, who urges Goku to complete his mission to destroy Earth and rejoin the Saiyans by kidnapping Gohan as further incentive. Goku puts differences aside and partners with his old rival Piccolo to team up against Raditz. After a short battle where Raditz easily displays his dominance, Gohan bursts with anger from hearing his father shout in pain and headbutts his uncle in the chest. Raditz nearly kills his nephew with a finger zap, but is interrupted by Goku grabbing him with a full Nelson from behind and urges Piccolo to kill them both with a Deus Ex Machina move that we rarely see again since. And it's also never even remotely as effective the next time we do see it. Piccolo tells Raditz about the titular Dragon Balls before Raditz dies, and the message is transmitted through radio waves that travel faster than the speed of light, apparently, and interest two other more powerful Saiyans. These Saiyans begin their trip to Earth, which will take a year for them to arrive as they plot to make their wish for immortality. Piccolo takes Gohan to unlock his potential as a powerful warrior, while Goku, now dead but still in a tangible body, gets whisked away to train somewhere in the afterlife. Let's take a break to further analyze the events that I had just explained. In life, we find ourselves reuniting with friends of long ago, but we see them less often than we used to, if we care to see them again at all. Goku's older brother Raditz arrives from space and intends to do more than just slap a short bald guy through a house. Raditz explains to Goku that he has not been living up to standard, and refers to Goku by a name that Goku's friends never refer to him by. Similarly, our siblings may call us names that our friends do not call us and see us in a different light than our friends. Perhaps our older siblings have higher expectations for us than our friends do, and see our friends as people that hold us back from achieving greater. In this case, however, it is death and destruction that Raditz expects from Goku. In a metaphorical sense, our siblings may expect us to kill and destroy the person that we have become when we are with our friends. If our siblings see our parenting as unfit, perhaps they wish to remove our offspring from us until we achieve the expected standard. It is when Goku teams with his old rival Piccolo that makes this metaphorical theory more interesting than it started. It is now that we move beyond the family symbolism and look deeper within. To overcome higher obstacles, we must find cooperation with an unlikely ally. To further improve ourselves and our craft, or to achieve a similar goal, we often find ourselves putting aside differences with those we dislike and work together to achieve a common outcome. Goku wants to save the world. Piccolo wants to rule the world. Neither goal can be completed if the world is destroyed. Oftentimes, we can destroy ourselves in a metaphorical sense when we put forth the work to achieve a goal. There are 3 people involved in Goku's death. Raditz, the main motivation and seemingly unstoppable villain, Piccolo, the one who actually does the killing, and Goku's decision to die with the villain. Piccolo, the former rival, Raditz, the goal, Goku, the self. Goku's decision to let his rival be his downfall is an overcoming of self, or ego. Goku also dies to complete a task, as we, in a metaphorical sense, die, or our old selves die, after completing a monumental, life-changing event. We often find our family members to bring the worst out of us, but also the best out of us, as we do with our rivals. Sometimes our rivals are related to us by blood, and sometimes those are our best rivals. Our greatest rivals can be the ones that know us best. After Goku dies, he is taken in a tangible spirit body to a spirit plane to run along a big long snake until he gets to a tiny planet with heavy gravity. I'm not sure if it's ever explained if you can train on this planet while alive at this point of the series, or if you have to be dead, as we do see Goku revisiting this planet on more than one occasion in the future while alive. The overwhelming gravity gives new meaning to the phrase, the gravity of the situation, as Goku finds it nearly impossible to walk with such force, pushing him down. Many things in life are considered our burdens, but some of our burdens are blessings and make us stronger in the end. The first life form that Goku finds on this planet with heavy gravity is a monkey, which gives a whole new meaning to the phrase, a monkey could do it, referring to moving on this intense planet. Goku must catch the monkey and hit a bug with a hammer, because why not? This isn't the first time we've seen seemingly unconventional training in media, but both training events seem to be centered around Goku moving in heavy gravity. If you can swat a fly in this heavy gravity, then you can learn the techniques that apparently the master himself hasn't even mastered. I always hoped King Kai not knowing his own Kaioken was just a translation error, but we never see King Kai use the techniques he teaches Goku. At last, Goku's friends make their stand against the arriving Saiyans and get picked apart one by one. It doesn't matter very much, as they can always just be wished back by the Dragon Balls. But there's something deeper going on here. Some of these fighters are former enemies to each other and still current rivals. Much like with Goku and Piccolo, they put aside their differences to overcome a larger obstacle. Think of how you want to run a business. You're not always going to work with people that you like, but that doesn't matter at the end of the day. What matters is finding common ground and achieving the same goal, even if you have different reasons for achieving the goal. If you can bond with your enemy in a similar passion, then that still is enough of a foundation for brotherhood. The Z-Fighters putting aside former rivalries to team together also puts a spin on the phrase, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Goku arrives just in time to save his best friend and son from the Saiyan threat, but if you can at least save one life, then it's a battle worth fighting. Of course, that last phrase becomes more prominent in the Buu saga, which is something I'll get back to later. For the last time in this saga, Goku faces off against his heritage. This is a metaphor for overcoming who you are to strive for something greater. When the saga began, Goku kills himself by denying who he was, but now he must embrace his ancestry to overcome it. Goku's son Gohan takes it a step even further by unleashing the monster within. To overcome your past, you must become something else entirely. Or, an even more accurate metaphor, would be in order to slay the monsters, you must become a bigger monster yourself, as Gohan becomes an even larger monster than what Vegeta is currently. Unfortunately, we never see this metamorphosis from Gohan again. Dragon Ball Z is an interesting anime that is slammed for being just a popcorn show with no real meaning, but it's been fun looking deeper than the surface. I wonder what kind of metaphors and philosophies I'll find in the later sagas. Feel free to subscribe and join me for those in the coming weeks. My name is Luke the Kook, and this is WASD FM.